Hello everybody and welcome back to the Maine Peaks. We continue this so-called dynasty. Well, it's not quite there yet, but in episode 2 we will advance and get just a little bit closer to it. Starting off against the FCE East, the biggest game of our entire season probably, if we are here to try to get our first points. In the first episode, if you did not see, we did not get any points, but that's a great stop to put us to 2nd and 7. And I guess there's a little bit more hope this year, coming with actual players with actual overalls that don't just have the 0 overall or 12 overall feeders. And we're able to get a stop there, and we're now to first down onto third now. Looking out, trying to pick up a first down our first game, and we will, as we're almost across the 50 for the first time in franchise history. Looking, sees RB, fake out, and we're down across half field. And our best player right now is a kicker, our highest overall, about at a 71. So if we're able to get into kicking range, I think we can make it happen. Almost a pick, but luckily not. Now they will take over. Unfortunately, we were not able to go for points there. In the first franchise interception, we're headed the other way down to the 25 or a little bit further out, but we're going to set up the kick as we got stopped on 4th down. A little bit of a hard kick, but it is good for the uprights. And not only do we have the first points in the history of this franchise, we are leading in a game. We have an interception, a lead, a sack right there, and the first points. Everything is going well for this team right now. We set up here on first down, looking deep. Can we find him? Oh, it's picked, and you got to remember that this team is still not great at all. We're diving, trying to take him down, as it's going to get returned for a pick 6. A little bit of a user error there, but I got a little too full of myself, and that's a 57-yard pick 6 the other way. Our quarterback, you have to remember, is still about only 60 overall, which is pretty bad in this game. But we're going to break a tackle there. We were on 3rd 10. That could have gone horribly. We're going to go all the way for by far the longest touchdown and the only touchdown that this franchise has ever scored. And that's, yep, going to be the lead and the extra point. There we go. Our kicker has both scored, and FCS East is going to be able to get the kick back as we let them back in this game, which is going to set up a 10-10 tie at the end of the half. They're going to break up that tackle, sends us to 4th and 10. We're going to punt, but we're going to get the ball back on the 1-yard line, trying to get some breathing room there. And setting up now. Now we're starting to kind of look for this win as we're going to throw a pick right in the red zone. But we're going to stop them to only a kick. And now we're left with almost an entire quarter to try to get the first win in this entire history of the franchise. We're going to move the ball, move the chains. Oh, as we got an injury, which when you only have 15 people with stars on this team is not what you want to do. But now we're setting up, trying to pick the best play we can have to keep the chains moving. And setting up now. I think this is a play that can send us downfield. Dropping back, looking, and it's caught. We're inside of the 30. And a little read option there is going to get us fumbled. Heartbreak for Maine State as we fumble on the greatest drive, which ends us with the 13-10 game. And going into an Ohio State game now, there's no expectations, but man, did it hurt to lose that one. But who knows, you could always shock the world, as we're going to really not, as we get them, as we're going to stop them here, get them to 2nd down, now at a 3rd down. And Ohio State's not going to get in. We prevented Ohio State to go to a 4th down field goal. And, of course, we're not going to win this game. We got beat 34-0 for what will future be a rivalry game. But another game against FAU, we dropped 24-6. And we did pick up our first commit, though, as in the running back, 2-star. I've noticed we did need a better running back, and we just kept throwing these type of picks. I didn't exactly play a lot of these games because we are still in a season that is not exactly pretty great. And we keep dropping all these games, but maybe there was some hope against Kennesaw State here. An 0-6 team, an 0-7 team, it seemed about perfect for us to possibly be able to pick up our first win and first conference win, as we were able to pick up some plays like that. But at the end of the first half, it was 10-0. We just weren't able to get any big plays. And Kennesaw State was able to slowly drive down the field a little bit. And it ended up being 17-0. We didn't end up getting 0 points, but a 3-star running back commit. And those are 2 really big running back commits. Now in our final game against Middle Tennessee, it was about the same, 14-0. A lot of games weren't exactly blowouts at this time, but they were just losses that we were never able to get really any offense going. So in the recruiting, I did kind of more target offense. I know defense will be a struggle for a while, but we needed more offense. We got some 1-star defense. Our secondary was definitely a problem this year, but it was the big offensive players that we needed. And keeping up with the secondary, a corner there, a great center to keep us there on the O-line. Another great center. We'll probably put him at a different guard position. But with a mix of just some alright players, there's not really a lot I can do recruiting-wise when our team is this bad. But just the less people to be at the 12 overall position, the better. And last year we only had 1 3-star, so to have a lot more 3-stars this year really did it for us. And moving on, there was just a lot of questions coming into this 3rd year of this dynasty. And yeah, so that's gonna do it for the video, guys. I'm sorry that video was possibly not to others. I've been really sick recently and I haven't really been posting, but I wanted to get one out there for you guys. Have a good day.